Good day, ma'am. My name is Marius Benedict Diabalayan, and today I will be showcasing you my everyday hustle and bustle in this vlog. So this was me at my very first week of doing my PE on the first term. It's been a while since I've done my workout this time around, so I had to prepare my body. So, as you can see in this video, I've done some basic warm-ups to properly condition my body for the next part. So in this bit, I began to do yoga. It was very challenging to do at this point because it's my first time doing yoga in my life. Though the postures are simple, maintaining balance in the position is very hard. I had body sores after doing this, but I quickly recovered afterwards. At the end of the first week of doing PE, I ended it with a nice touch of cool down so that my body can regulate. My body felt so light after doing those cool down activities and much less sore than before. For second week's warm-up, I had somehow regulated my body to the yoga standards. I'm able to maintain fair balance and much better breathing. In this week's main yoga activity, I was able to do better stretching than before. I have maintained much better yoga poses and was able to hold them for much longer time due to the first week's preparation. Conditioning was mostly similar, it doesn't have much difference, but it does offer the same feeling of relaxation. The third week was pretty similar with the second week. Nothing much changed for the warm-up because my body is already used to the formations. The yoga for third week was quite challenging because somehow I find it hard to find space and it's becoming somewhat sweaty. The third week's cooldown was no different from every other cooldown I've had. It was still also rewarding to do because it feels like I'm being stretched to relax. With the last week for the first term ended, I felt energized because it's time for me to take a rest the next week, so I pushed through finishing this week's yoga. Conditioning on the last week became so much easier and lighter. I feel extra motivated on engaging yoga on this one because I was such in a good mood. The last week's warm-up felt extra rewarding too. It's repetitive but it sure does wire me out properly. In this video is the start of the second term's first week of PE. My activities for warm-ups got extended by a double, so the challenge here was how to maintain posture and breathing. The whole set of yoga made the very first yoga look like nothing. Everything was so new and hard. And compared to before, my body was extra sore. I failed to do so many postures in this video and me struggling was very visible. I was so happy when I had to do cool down. I was finally able to do stretches and relieve myself on some body aches. It felt extra rewarding. Even though the first week has already went by, the body ache that I got from that week was still present. I had a rough time doing my PE session. The conditioning part of this week was excruciating to do. My body is okay, but it can't handle the body sores it got from the first week still. But I managed to get the session done. This week's cooldown was tiring. It's so tiring because the durations of my first PE activities have been doubled, but at least the activities in cooldown managed to pull me through. The third and last week of PE filled me with relief and excitement. I am finally reaching the end of this series and can now take a proper rest. The conditioning bit, I somehow managed to pull it off. The struggle is still visible. I was so motivated on doing it. The only struggle was where the floor tend to get covered in sweat sometimes, hence leading to a hard time maintaining postures. The cool down relieved me of all the tiredness and body aches. Even though it took some time to get it done, my body felt so relieved after doing it.